Hey YouTube, it's ICU, and today I'm going to be doing a review on the Wacom Pen and Touch. So it is this tablet that's right here, and it is used to control the mouse on your computer screen. As you can see, I'm moving my finger on the tablet and the mouse is moving, and also to use this pen to either move the mouse or to draw on the screen in an application such as Photoshop. And that's mainly what I got it for, is Photoshop, but it features some really cool other things like multi-touch and also just a trackpad-like functionality. So first of all, I just wanted to show you guys how customizable it really is. What I'm going to do is I am going to open up the properties for the tablet. So here are the properties. Up at the top, we're at the pen right here, and what I can do is I can set it to soft, in the middle, or firm, and basically what that does is it adjusts the opacity and the size when you're drawing in different drawing applications, but because I just like it to be just how it is, just standard, I don't like it to change in opacity or in size or anything. I just keep it all the way down to soft. You can also customize these two buttons right here on the pen. It has two different buttons right there that you can customize, and to change them you can just go to this drop down menu and pick any single one of these. Same goes for this one right here, but I leave it at default, which is up is right click, down is pan / scroll, and you get a pop-up menu up here. That's not really that important. You can change whether you're right-handed or left-handed, and it tells you which way to put it, with the buttons to the left if you're right-handed and to the right if you're left-handed. And you can also customize these 4 express keys right here. You can change what they do. So that is the really cool thing about this tablet, as opposed to the one that's right below it in price and on the same bamboo line. It doesn't have these 4 buttons right here, and it also doesn't have the eraser that this pen has, which is right here at the end. And it doesn't support touch or multi-touch. So this one is definitely a big deal, and I will be talking about that later. So what I can do here is I can set the bottom one to actually open an application. So I can go right here and go open/run, and then I can just browse for it right here, and I'll be back once I have finished browsing for it. So I've located Photoshop right here, and I can click open and then OK, and now when I click this bottom button right here, it will open Photoshop, and I'm just going to set the other ones really quick. So if you go to modifier, you can either set it to shift, alt, control, or click, and I'm going to set the top one for shift, and that's useful in Photoshop because it can create straight lines. And then also up here, you can adjust the touch speed, so I set it way down because otherwise, with my huge monitor, it just moves across it way too fast. And also, you can enable different touch functions, which I will be going over later. So as you can see right here, I'm at my tablet. I'm just going to press this bottom button and it will start to load up Photoshop. And as you can see, Photoshop is now open. So I'm going to do a new document here, and I'm going to demonstrate some of the features of this pen. Now I'm going to just draw, and as you can see, it works really well. It responds really nice. And if I want to stop drawing, I can just lift up the pen and still move it, and I can move it around, so I don't accidentally draw anything unless I actually hit it. And the great thing about this tablet is when you have the pen near it, it disables touch input. So the pen is near it right now. I'm just going to actually set it on it, and then when I try and use my finger to touch around, it doesn't do anything. Only the pen will work when the pen is near it because it disables touch input. Also, if you want to disable touch input, you can just press the top button and it comes up with an on-screen message saying touch off, or it can turn it back on like so. Now, one of the really cool things about the touch on this tablet is I can zoom in Photoshop. So I'm going to just select the Photoshop window right here, and I'm zooming in on it now. So that's a really nice feature. And also, if you take 2 fingers, you can go like this and pan around. So I am panning to the right now, and now to the left, and now I'm panning up, and now I'm panning down. And possibly my favorite gesture is the rotate gesture. You just take your fingers like this and you rotate it around and it flips it around. So I really like that one too. That one's a really nice one, and it really helps for perspective when you're drawing in Photoshop. And also you can take the back end of it, and when you put it next to the tablet, it automatically switches to the eraser. So I'm going to flip it around here, and now it's not the eraser. I'm going to flip it back, and it is the eraser now. So now I can erase it like so. So that is a really nice feature, and this tablet incorporates it, but the one right below it doesn't incorporate it. So it's really, really nice. And basically I've gone over all of the features of this tablet and pen except for these two rocker buttons right here on it. I'm just going to show you the bottom rocker button, and as I described earlier, they are completely customizable through the preferences, but the bottom one right now, I have it set to when I press and hold the bottom button and touch it on the tablet, you can move it around, so it's basically just like another pan thing, and also the top one is just a right click. So I don't even have to be on the tablet to actually right click. I can just be right above it. See, look, I'm not even touching it, and it will right click there and click in different places. So now I've gone over all of the features of this tablet, and now I'm just going to compare it to some of the other tablets made by the same exact company, Wacom. So this is the one that I have right here, the Bamboo Pen and Touch. It is $99, and I've gone over all of the features with you. Now, the one right below it is the Bamboo Pen, which is $69, and it does not have the 4 hotkeys on the pad. It doesn't have the eraser on the back of the pen. It doesn't support touch input, and it does not support multi-touch, obviously. And the one right below that is the Bamboo Touch. Now that one just doesn't have a pen, and it cannot support pen input, obviously. And the one that's right above mine is the Bamboo Craft for $130. So far, all I can really tell is that it's white, and the surface might be a little bigger, I think, and it also supports the Race for the Cure thing. And now the one that's right above that one is the Bamboo Fun. Now this one is for sure bigger, but it's exactly the same thing as mine. Basically, it's just bigger. So the last thing that I wanted to talk to you guys about in this review is the actual pen itself and the technology that is incorporated with the pen. So as you can see right here, it is a really, really thin pen, and it is super, super lightweight, and you almost can't even feel it. It's actually, I think it comes close to almost as light as a pencil, so it is just extremely light, and that is because it does not have a battery in it, and obviously it isn't connected to the tablet in any way, shape, or form, so we have no battery and no cable. Well, now some of you might be asking, how is that possible? Now I'm going to tell you, it's possible through electromagnetic resonance technology. So I'm going to just basically read this paragraph, which can be found on Wacom's site right here, and I'm just going to go ahead and read it. So it says, despite being non-contact systems, pen input devices utilize EMR technology, do not require any cable or built-in battery power supply at all. This is because the tablet surface incorporates a sensor board that detects the pen movement. Weak energy is induced in the pen's resonant circuit by a magnetic field generated by the sensor board surface. The pen's resonant circuit then makes use of the energy to return a magnetic signal to the sensor board surface. So basically, this does not have a pen, and it's made possible through a series of magnets that can sense it and actually introduce a weak electrical charge into the magnetic field. So as you can see right here, I'm not actually touching it, but I can move the mouse around. So I'm not touching it, but the mouse is moving. So I am in love with this tablet. It's just amazing. It's made my life so much easier as far as Photoshop goes. I recommend anyone who is interested in using Photoshop should get this, and that's another thing. It comes with Photoshop Elements, which is a really great thing if you guys don't have the full version of Photoshop already. So again, I really recommend buying this, and it is an amazing tablet. So far, it's the best one I've found for the price. I hope you guys like this review. Let me know what you think in the comment section below, and as always, rate and subscribe. This is ICU, signing out.